What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got two beautiful teams going up against each other and what is going to be a banger of a series today for the second game of the CDL Major. Today is March the 5th, and we're closely getting close to Sunday, where we will see the first CDL Majors first ever crowned champion. So this is going to be an exciting game. I'm really looking forward to it. We have the Optic Chicago and the Dallas Empire going up toe to toe, the top two of the top three teams in the game going up against each other. And if you just found this video and you don't know what this is, I basically break down prices for Draftkings regarding Call of Duty betting. For those of you who don't know, you can actually bet on Call of Duty in daily fantasy sports format, which is a format where, so the way this works is that you basically have lineups where they consist of players from any given game on a certain day. So today for the major, we're going to have 4 games. From those 4 games, you pick 5 players, 1 team position, and you can bet money to make money just watching Call of Duty basically, and several other esports. But I concentrate more on Call of Duty right now. I will be supporting more games like Halo and Valorant in the future. So if you want to see that, stick around if you'd like. But today we're going to be talking about the Optic Chicago against the Dallas Empire. The lines are slightly favoring Chicago at -150 and at a +115 for Dallas. Now, me being from Texas, I'm kind of biased for Dallas Empire. I like them. That's my team. I also like Optic Chicago. These are my 2 favorite teams, literally from the CDL, my most 2 favorite teams, and they're going up against each other today. So this is going to be a banger. The only thing that concerns me is that some of these players are really the best in the game. So I don't know how they're going to look up against each other. I know a guy like Dashi, who is cracked, he obviously isn't going to, in my opinion, go off as much against Dallas like he did against a team like the Subliners yesterday, dropping 30 bombs. I don't know if that's going to happen. I just think that Dallas's IQ in the game is just as high as Optics. There are very similar levels, if not the same exact level. I believe they are, the lines speak for themselves. The Chicago are slightly favored, even though, Dallas, they have the same record, basically, like 5-1 each. They have only lost 1 map, 1 game. They've only lost 1 match, respectively. And I feel like this is going to be a banger of a match. Everybody's going to be watching this game. As for prices, I picked 2 players that I really like from each team, just to provide some value in this channel. If you want to make money on DraftKings, I pick what I believe are the best values from either team. So first things first, I think that the best value in this game is definitely Illy. Illy at 6,200 for the flex position is an absolute steal. Illy hasn't been really producing a lot recently, but last game he posted up 118 points against the Los Angeles Thieves, and that is 118 fantasy points. So I believe that Illy, both at the cap and at the flex position, is a very good play. For those of you who don't know, in daily fantasy sports, the strategy relies on finding cheap players and stacking them up so that you can afford the expensive players, and that hopefully they all go off together, therefore giving you a winning lineup or a unique lineup that has more chance of making money. I really like Illy because I know what he's capable of doing. We've seen it time and time again last year, and during scrims, during the preseason, this guy, he is a beast. So I know that price is too cheap for him. It is too cheap for him. So whenever I see him at those prices, I always get him. It doesn't matter if he doesn't absolutely go off. If I put him in my captain position, he usually gets upwards of 100 points. So he's a safe play in my book. Now, The next player I like after him on the Dallas side would have to definitely be Hugh. Hugh is a player who, although he's very expensive at 10K, 10,200 for the flex, and 15,300 for the cap, this dude is arguably the best in the game right now. He's a lot of people think he is the best in the game. I think he's either it's him or it's Dashi who are the best in the game. You know, the two arguably the two best players in the game are going head to head against each other this game, so it's going to be nasty. You know, uh, Hugh at 10,300 for the 10,200 for the flex. You know, he's very expensive, but he posted 142 points last game against the LA Thieves, and he has not posted a game under 100 fantasy points in any game since the start of the season, basically. So he's a very safe bet. You can guarantee that if you put him in your captain spot, you are going to get upwards of 140 fantasy points guaranteed if he just posts anything similar to what he usually posts. Now, granted, where he's going against the Optic Chicago, who's a very good hardpoint team. Um, you know, I honestly don't know how this is gonna look, uh, but I wouldn't have confidence in playing someone like Crim6 at the cap spot because I just think that he's not going to play aggressive or play for many kills. Um, I think that Hugh really is my target here as well as Illy. Shati's at a good price at 8,000. $8,000 for Shati is actually pretty good. Um, Shotzi's posted upwards of 100 fantasy points per game for the last two games. And, he's a fairly consistent player. He's only dipped under 100 fantasy points once, and it was 98 points, and it was against London. So even if you would have put him in the cap, he would have met his value basically, and he was 8,200 that game too. So you know, Shati is just like he's a good value. The problem is the team they're going up against. It's not so much the price, but it's the team they're going up against. This is arguably number two best team in the game right now, number two or number three. These teams are basically fighting for the number two or three spot best team in the game right now. You know, because they both only have one losses and FaZe has no losses, so they technically are the best team in the game. Um, this is going to be crazy matchup. Uh, Dallas, the team prices on Dallas, you know, they're both even. If you can see, right here, Dallas's captain spot for the team is 4,500, and for the team position is 3,000 at the flex, as well as Optic. It's 4,500 for the cap and 3,000 for the team regular flex position. So they are dead even. Nobody knows who's gonna win this. Yeah, the lines say 150, but man, this is probably dead even. Like it's just you know I don't want to say it's a coin toss, but it's a coin toss. Really, these two teams are really good. It's all about how they come out and how they're feeling each other, how they are feeling themselves in this game. So, in daily fantasy, you always want to remember you want to target the team you think is going to win because that is the team that is most likely to get more points. So it's hard here. Dashi is cracked. He's a beast. He's a beast. Last game against the last game that they played um, against the Subliners, Dashi posted 177 points just on the regular flex position. So if you would have had him on your captain position, he would have damn near got you 300 fantasy points. That was absolutely insane on his part. He went off yesterday. At 10,000, he's at 9,400. He's a very good pick. He's very good. He's a really good player. But the subliners aren't the Dallas Empire. You know, um, I feel like Dashy is probably going to be limited in this spot. He's not going to be able to do the same plays that he does against other teams against this team. Um, Formal is more of a secure play on my part. 7,400. I really like his price against his team. Granted that he's one of the cheaper ones, as well as Envoy. This is my favorite play on the Optic side, value wise. Envoy at 8,200. Envoy at 8,200 is actually a pretty good value. I think that he can easily meet that expectation, meet his price. You know, he can really return on the value because He's posted 105, 140 points previous to this, respectively, and he has the upside, and his price is pretty cheap on the flex side. On the cap spot, I wouldn't use him because I don't know if his upside is that high, like other players. And Scump at 7,200, I would trust him as well. Scump, as everybody knows, the beast, the most popular Crimsix and Optic. Crimsix and Scump. You know the rivalry here, um, which has been going on for a while. You know these two players used to be teammates for the longest time in the Optic dynasty. You know, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that too. Crimsix used to be a part of Optic for a very long time. He made part of the one of the if not the best dynasty that Call of Duty has ever seen in Optic. He teamed with Formal and Scump, so they used to be in a team together with Karma. And but yeah, Scump is also a good player. He posted 100 points. His last two games, respectively, 100 fantasy points. So at 7,200, he's a good play too. If I had to pick two players from these teams, it would be Illy, Envoy, Huke, and Dashi. Those would be my like absolute favorite plays on this spot. And yeah, that's what I feel. I feel this game's gonna be a banger. If you see this video before the games, don't miss it. It's gonna be legendary. It's gonna be one of the better games I feel. Um, and yeah, if you found this channel, if you've seen it for the first time, this is what I do: break down prices, and I try to give insight on the values of each player so that you can hopefully make money while betting on Call of Duty. And hopefully in the future, I'm going to be supporting more games like Halo and Valorant. Uh, Games predominantly more played here in the United States. But yeah, you know, if you like the content, if you don't like it, leave a like, a dislike, comment, subscribe if you want. You know where to find me, and thanks for watching.